Hello everyone, welcome back to the another virtual class of history. So today we are going to discuss the very last chapter of Indian history, and in this also we are going to discuss only two topics as per the reduced syllabus given by the council. So that is Mountbatten Plan, the terms of Mountbatten Plan, and the Indian Independence Act. Very short two topics are there. So before we discuss about Mountbatten Plan, I would like to give you a short idea about why Mountbatten was sent to India. Okay, so let's start our class. So why Mountbatten was sent to India? Before that, what happened? So that part is missing out over here, right? So before Mountbatten Plan, cabinet mission was sent to India, and cabinet mission completely failed to fulfill the desires of the Congress, and the cabinet mission was completely a failure because the terms and conditions which cabinet mission proposed were not acceptable by the Congress as well as the Muslim League. So what happened after the Second World War, right? After the Second World War, in Europe, America and Russia emerged as two new big powers. Okay, and Britain has lost their former positions in the world politics. Okay, the British soldiers were not willing to stay anymore in India, and in India the situation was becoming worse day by day. And the trial of INA members created troubles all over the country. In Calcutta, students belonging to Congress, Muslim League and the Communist Party unitedly started a strong movement to release all the INA prisoners. Okay, and even the Royal Indian Army revolted against the authorities. So the British government now were very much sure that now with their support we cannot rule India for a longer period. That is why in July 1945 Labour Party came to power, and Clement Attlee became the Prime Minister, and he decided to solve the Indian problem as soon as possible because he don't want to take the burden of the previous government. That is why he sent a mission to India which came to be known as Cabinet Mission, and this Cabinet Mission was sent with three members. The three names of those members are Patrick Lawrence was there, okay, Stafford Cripps was there, and A.V. Alexander also was there, okay, and the main motive of this commission was to find out peaceful means for the transfer of power to the Indian people. Okay, the mission members had extensive discussion with all the political parties when they came to India, but they failed to reach on any agreed settlement on the constitutional issue. So they have placed their plan, which we call it a cabinet mission plan. The plan for which was placed in front of the Indian leaders were like India will be divided into three groups, Group A, Group B, Group C. In Group A, all the Hindu majority province will be included, and in Group B, Muslim majority province will be included, and in Group C, Punjab and Bengal will be included. Okay, and even one more thing is that if each group, if all these three groups, out of these three groups, each group had the right to opt out of the federal union after election of its legislative council under the new constitution. So each group was to settle its own constitution. So that is all was there in the plan. Okay, and then constitution making body will be set up. Constitution making body would be set up, and they will conclude the treaty with Great Britain to provide for certain matters arising out of the formation of the two constitutions. Okay, during the period when the constitution making body will frame the constitution, a temporary government, also known as interim government, will function. So with that interim government started to function, but cabinet mission proposal was rejected by the Congress also, and Muslim League also, but still they wanted to give a try to the cabinet mission proposal. So they agreed to enter into the interim government, temporary government. Okay, so Muslim League was not ready to be a part of the interim government. So Jawaharlal Nehru started functioning as a chairperson of the interim government. Okay, so Lord Webble was the one who was given all this responsibility to look after the interim government and all. Muhammad Ali Jinnah refused to take part in the interim government. So Viceroy Wavell then invited Jawaharlal Nehru and his other members to swear the members of the Viceroy's Executive Council on 2nd of September 1946. Okay. So, but that day was observed by the Muslim League as a day of mourning, sad day. Okay, so this all these things happened when interim government was formed, but later on Jawaharlal Nehru convinced Muslim League, even Muhammad Ali Jinnah, to be a part of the interim government. So after much hesitation, Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the part of interim government, but they started creating problem for the working of the interim government. So when Jawaharlal Nehru found very difficult to function or work in the interim government, he resigned from the interim government. So interim government also came to an end. So with that, the cabinet mission plan also came to an end. So what next? So interim government was not functioning properly, okay, due to the non-cooperation of the Muslim League within the interim government. So country was passing through a very, very difficult phase. Okay, communal riots broke out in different parts of the country. Everywhere Hindu Muslims killings were going on. So in this situation, okay, in this situation, Prime Minister Clement Attlee announced in the British Parliament that the government would transfer the power to the Indians not later than June 1948. So for that, the discussion has to be done, how the transfer has to be done. So in the year 1948 itself, they will be transferring the power. Before 1948, they will be transferring the power. So to discuss with the Indian leaders, Mountbatten was sent to India to discuss with the Indian leaders and to find out solution. What would be the best way to transfer the power to the Indians without any trouble and chaos. So Mountbatten plan was sent to India. Lord Mountbatten, when he came to India, he placed in front of the Indians the plans, and those plans which we are going to discuss right now. Okay, so you can see here right now 4 are there. Give a few more. So first one you can see here, the plan number 1, as per the Mountbatten, India would be partitioned and a new state of Pakistan would be created along with free India. That means India would be partitioned. That means here now directly the clarity regarding the partition is being focused in the Mountbatten plan. That means partition and a new state, that is a new state of Pakistan, would be created along with free India. India also will become free, and before that from India one part will be separated, and that will be Pakistan. Okay, so next one is over here, Pakistan would be formed. Where Pakistan? Which area, which territory we are going to give them as a independent state Pakistan? Which territory? Okay, so Pakistan would be formed with the Muslim majority province. So which area? So Pakistan would be formed with the Muslim majority provinces of Sindh. Okay, Balochistan, northwest frontier provinces, West Punjab, East Bengal. Okay, so East Bengal also will be included, provided the Legislative Assembly of Bengal and the Punjab would decide in favor of Pakistan. If the Legislative Assembly of Punjab and Bengal, if they decide in favor of Pakistan, so that territory also will be included in Pakistan. And rest of the territory like it is mentioned over here, majority province and rest of the territory will be Indian Union. Okay, and Indian dominance would be formed with the rest of British India, East Punjab and West Bengal. So that was the plan given by the Mountbatten plan. Okay, so next one you can see here, boundary commission would be in case if Bengal is divided or Punjab is divided, right? In case if Bengal is divided, Punjab is divided, then definitely boundary commission is required. So boundary commission would be formed to demarcate the exact boundary. Okay, so when Bengal will be divided, a proper boundary commission has to be set up to declare which territory will fall under which country. Okay, so boundary commission was to be set up. Okay, then you can see here the last one is mentioned over here, princely states. This is the point you must remember. Princely states were given the option to join either Pakistan. Okay, the princely states were given the option. Those states which were ruled by Raja Maharajas were known as princely states. So princely states were given the option, okay, option of joining either a new state of Pakistan, okay, or the old state of India, or if they want they can remain independent. So either they can join India or Pakistan, or they can join Pakistan or India. If not, then they can remain independent. Okay, this was a dangerous point, right? So they can remain independent. Okay, so next, point number 5. So point number 5, Legislative Assembly of Sindh would take decision whether to join India or Pakistan. So Sindh Legislative Assembly will decide whether they should join India or Pakistan. Okay, and one more point was mentioned down in the Mountbatten Plan. The plan also declared that transfer of power would take place much earlier than June 1948. Okay, June 1948. So plan will take place much earlier than June 1948. Okay, so British Parliament was to pass an act for the transfer of power before 15 August 1947. The deadline was already given to the Indians what they want to do. So as you know that Mountbatten Plan was placed in front of the Indians. Muslim League was very much happy, but Congress was not ready. Gandhiji was not at all ready for the transfer of power. That means partition of India. They were not in favor of partition of India into two parts. But what can be done? All over India, Hindu-Muslim riot broke out. People were being killed. Bloodshed was there everywhere throughout the country. Chaos and disturbances were going on. Okay, so Gandhiji went on for a hunger strike also, but that also was not that also could not bring certain results or which can convince the Indian people. So what has to be done? So Gandhiji decided that it is better to have a small territory with a strong government than to have a big territory with a weak government. So what should we do? So it's okay. So if we don't accept the partition, then if India is freed also, this Hindu-Muslim right, the civil war will continue forever and forever, and that will bring lot of disaster in our country. People will lose their peace of mind. So it is better that we should accept the Mountbatten Plan and agree for the partition of India and give Muslim League their desired territory, that is Pakistan. So with that, Gandhiji agreed for the Mountbatten Plan, because Gandhiji understood that this situation is not going to become normal, because people will be killed. So whoever were killed, either Hindus or Muslim, they were our people only. So Gandhiji decided to stop this type of bloodshed spread everywhere throughout the country, and then finally accepted the Mountbatten Plan, and with that the situation became normal also. Okay, situation became normal in our country. So Indian Independence Act was passed. Indian Independence Act was passed through proper paperwork was to be done. So final decision was taken through Indian Independence Bill, which was passed in the British Parliament on 1st of July 1947. Okay, it was now decided that India would be partitioned and two independent dominion status will be given to India as well as Pakistan. So, okay, so on 14th of August 1947, Pakistan became independent, and on 15th of August 1947, India became independent. So what we are mentioned down in the Indian Independence Act, so nothing much, it is somewhat similar to Mountbatten only. So it is mentioned that Indian Independence Act of 1947, which was passed by the British Parliament on July 15, 1947. It was passed in the year 1947. So accordingly, it was mentioned clearly, two new and fully sovereign dominion of India and Pakistan were created. Partition of province of Bengal and Punjab between two new countries, that means Bengal also will be partitioned and Punjab also will be partitioned. Okay, Pakistan to be made up of West Punjab, Sindh, Northwest Frontier Province, Sylhet, East Bengal and Balochistan. So that we discussed in Mountbatten Plan also. Okay, and until the new constitution is drawn up, the governors will look after the country. So Viceroy Lord Lord Mountbatten, who was the Viceroy of India, he became the Governor General of India, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the Governor General of Pakistan. Okay, so this way partition clearly was done, and India and Pakistan, two new territories, became independent. Pakistan was born out of India. So you can see here, even today the problem between Pakistan and India is going on. So Pakistan, I don't know what problem they have with India, so they still wants to create a problem in our country. Okay, so Pakistan was born, and till today we are facing the problem. The dispute is going on. So I don't know when this problem is going to be sorted out. So the last Governor General, the Viceroy who was made the Governor General of India, was Lord Mountbatten, and as I told you, Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the Governor General of Pakistan, and then constitution making process started. Okay, constitution making process was started, and the responsibility was given to the constituent assembly, and with that constitution was made, and then on 26th of January 1950 our constitution was enforced, and from that day onward India completely became a sovereign democratic republic. Why? Because India before that was under British rule. Till now India was freed, but they did not have their own constitution. So once the constitution was ready, India became republic. Okay, so this much from this last topic. So from this chapter, only two, as I told you, Mountbatten Plan and Indian Independence Act. So this is the end of our today's class, and I hope you all have gone through it. So if not, then please go to the different videos of ICSE class 10. It is there in the playlist. You can go to my channel and select the class 10 ICSE playlist, and there you will get all the videos chapter wise. So you can go through it one by one. So while going through that, if you face any problem, you can contact me. You can drop down any problems in the comment box. I'll definitely reply to that. So thank you very much for watching. So we'll meet again in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.